Today, we are re-reviewing the Casper Snow Hybrid. This is an updated version of the Snow model. In March 2024, Casper discontinued their entire US mattress lineup and relaunched 5 new models, including this redesigned Casper Snow. Weirdly, the original Casper Snow is still being sold in Canada, and you cannot yet get the updated Casper Snow Hybrid there yet. The biggest difference between the original and updated Snow is the material used in the top comfort layer. This time around, they opted for memory foam instead of polyfoam. This gave it a distinctly memory foam feel. In addition, they have a few special features to achieve enhanced cooling performance. Do these changes make a big impact, or is it all just marketing gimmicks? We put the new Snow Hybrid through our battery of 10 objective and data-driven tests to find out. Real quick before we jump into the performance scores, we recently updated our scoring system to version 1.2. Our updates are designed to help make our scores, ratings, color codes, and descriptions more intuitive and easier to understand. In addition, our 1.2 updates create greater separation in our scores, which helps to create a clearer distinction between mattress performance. As a result of these changes, it's now harder to earn the highest scores in our test. For more information, check out our How We Test page, link in the description. The Casper Snow Hybrid scores are mostly positive, with 2 glaring outlier categories. Starting with the high marks, cooling scored a perfect 10. Motion transfer, edge support, sex, pressure relief, and company all kept scores in the high 8 to low 9 range. From there, however, response time received a disappointing 5.0, and off-gassing even worse with a 4.4. Altogether, the Snow Hybrid earned an overall performance score of 8.51 out of 10. For reference, the new average score across the 200 plus mattresses we've tested to date is an 8.64, so Casper's Snow score is a bit under that. The Casper Snow Hybrid has a medium feel with a firmness level of 5 out of 10. The most common firmness on the market is a 6 out of 10 medium firm. As a result, Casper Snow's Hybrid provides a little more softness compared to the more typical medium firm and luxury firm models. Next, we're going to talk through what the Casper Snow Hybrid does best. First, the mattress is true to its name and has outstanding cooling. As a hybrid, it has great breathability and excellent heat dissipation. Second, it also has excellent edge support for both sitting and lying. By utilizing perimeter support foam, sleepers get a larger surface area for sleeping and a more robust edge for amorous activities. Third, pressure relief is excellent in general, but it's especially good for side sleepers up to 250 pounds. However, all mattresses aren't ideal for all sleepers. Let's talk through the important consideration points for the Casper Snow. As mentioned earlier, our first issue is with a very slow material response. Honestly, these numbers are more than a little concerning. They are among the worst we've seen to date. What this means for sleepers is that the surface is more difficult to move around on, and for many sleepers will create a feeling of being stuck in the mattress. Second, the time the mattress took to fully off-gas was beyond a little inconvenient. With a full month to rid itself of the odors, it can be a bit of an irritation. Third, the mattress has a deep sinkage and a classic memory foam feel. This is neither good nor bad, but it is a very specific feel. You want to be sure that you really do like the more traditional memory foam feel before committing. Your body weight and sleeping position impact the types of mattress that are best able to support you. Our analysis is designed to help match the correct mattress to the right body types and sleeping positions. The Casper Snow Hybrid has excellent support. During our test, I felt well supported in all sleeping positions. The mattress uses both a layer of foam and pocketed coils to create support. A 6-inch layer of pocketed coils sits atop the 2.5-inch support foam foundational layer. This 8.5 inches of support material is 0.7 inches thicker than the average support layer thickness of 7.8 inches based on all of our tests to date. Notably, the mattress has a medium feel, 5 out of 10 on our firmness scale, where 10 is the most firm. This feel is suitable for most body types and sleeping positions. However, some heavier weighted bodies, especially heavier weighted back and stomach sleepers, may find that it creates a little too much sinkage and compression to create proper support. For all others, I'm confident most will find the support to be more than sufficient. Be sure to visit us over at naplab.com/mattress-quiz. There, you can submit your needs and preferences, and we'll send you back a personalized recommendation based on your inputs. Next up, we're going to move on to our individual performance tests. At NapLab, we test mattresses by analyzing them according to 10 different factors that impact the feel, comfort, and performance. First up, we have our cooling test. To measure cooling, we lie on the mattress for 15 minutes, allowing it to absorb body heat. Then, we get off the mattress and take periodic measurements of the surface level temperature. Our tests show how the mattress retains and releases heat and overall cooling performance. Mattresses that breathe better, retain less heat, and sleep cooler are better as they allow sleepers to maintain a comfortable temperature. The Casper Snow Hybrid has an outstanding cooling performance. During our test, I felt no significant level of heat retention around my body. The mattress is equipped with a phase change material cover and also has a phase change coating sprayed on the top layer of foam. These materials create a notable cooling feel when you first lie on the mattress. In addition, the hybrid design, high-quality foams, and the limited 3-inch comfort layer are all having a positive impact on cooling as well. The mattress also uses what Casper calls their heat delete bands. These are essentially thin sheets of an aluminum foil-like material. While the idea is interesting, I am doubtful these bands are having any significant impact on cooling. Nevertheless, the mattress still creates fantastic cooling performance. In our test, we measured a max surface level temperature of 88.1 degrees, which is 1.47 degrees cooler than the average. After getting off the mattress, the temperature declined by 9.9 degrees from minutes 0 to 5. Based on all of our objective tests, subjective experience, and material analysis, I expect most sleepers will find the Snow Hybrid is exceptionally cool. For the sinkage test, we lie on the mattress. In addition, we use a 12-pound medicine ball to test pressure point sinkage. Deeper sinkage can cause sleepers to feel overly enveloped by the material layers, while less sinkage can make you feel like you're sleeping more on top of the mattress as opposed to in it. Sinkage is a preferential factor. Some prefer more, others less. In our pressure point test, we measured a sinkage depth of 2.36 inches. This is 0.20 inches deeper than the average of 2.16. The mattress has a more classic memory foam feel. It creates a dramatic body contouring hug and has a slow material response with excellent pressure relief. In addition, the Snow Hybrid utilizes zone foams with a firmer foam in the center and softer foam at the head and foot. For many sleepers, this helps you create a more neutral spinal alignment. All that said, in order to feel comfortable on the Snow Hybrid, you will absolutely need to love the feel of memory foam. To test motion transfer, we place one 12-pound medicine ball on one side of the mattress and drop another 12-pound medicine ball on the opposite side. In addition, we use an accelerometer to objectively measure the motion generated by the medicine ball drop. Lower motion transfer is better as it helps sleeping partners avoid disturbing each other during the night. The Casper Snow Hybrid has a low level of motion transfer. In our test, we measured a total acceleration range of 7.95 meters per second squared. This is 7.7% less motion than the average of 8.63 meters per second squared. The more traditional memory foam type feel is helping to reduce much of the energy and motion on the mattress. Even with a fairly limited 3-inch comfort layer, the polyfoam that acts like memory foam soaks and disperses much of the energy. In our motion transfer chart, which visualizes our accelerometer data, we can see the highest motion peaks from 0 to 0.15 seconds. Motion declines rapidly thereafter, and by 0.97 seconds, we return to near zero levels of energy. While the memory foam layer does no favors for response and ease of movement, it is a tremendous benefit to reducing motion transfer. I expect most sleepers will find this level of motion transfer to be more than low enough. To test response time, we place a 12-pound medicine ball on the mattress. Once it's fully at rest, we then quickly remove it and objectively measure the amount of time it takes for the mattress to recover and resume its original shape. A faster response time is better, as quicker responding material layers better adapt to your changes in movement and prevent any type of a stuck feeling. The Casper Snow Hybrid has a very slow material responsiveness. In our test, we measured a mostly recovered response time of 2.8 seconds and a fully recovered response time of 5.10 seconds. The most recovered time is 2.38 seconds slower than the average of 0.42 seconds. The fully recovered response time is 4.21 seconds slower than the average of 0.89 seconds. The memory foam-like polyfoam within the mattress creates great pressure relief and body contouring. However, this foam is incredibly slow to recover back to its original shape. Based on all of our tests to date, the Casper Snow Hybrid has the 4th slowest measurement to mostly recover and the 3rd slowest measurement to fully recover. I will note that the response time in the middle of the mattress is slightly faster since it uses a different kind of foam. That being said, one slightly quicker spot on the mattress is not enough to compensate for the overarching slow feel throughout. On screen now is our response test from the middle of the mattress. There is just no way to sugarcoat this factor. The Snow Hybrid has a very slow material responsiveness that will make it harder to move around on the mattress and may cause some sleepers to feel more stuck in the mattress. To run the bounce test, we drop a 12-pound medicine ball onto the mattress. We measure the maximum depth the ball sinks to before rebounding up, as well as the maximum height it achieved on the bounce. Bounce is a preferential factor. Some prefer more, others less. However, more bounce is typically better than less, as it improves ease of movement, aids in response time, and improves sex performance. The Casper Snow Hybrid has a high level of bounce. In our test, we measured a total bounce range of 9.54 inches. This is 0.16 inches less bounce than the average of 9.70 inches. Ideally, I like to see bounce in the 8 to 12 inch range. At 9.54 inches, the Snow Hybrid is within that sweet spot. Despite the memory foam-like polyfoam comfort layer, the mattress still creates a surprisingly high level of bounce. Certainly, the pocket coil support layer is creating a majority of said bounce. While the bounce will help to improve sex performance and ease of movement, it probably isn't enough of a difference maker to overcome the incredibly slow material response time, thereby creating more difficulty in moving around on the mattress. For an assessment of edge support, I lie on and sit on the edge of the mattress to measure the level of support and compression. Less sinkage while sitting and lying directly on the edge of the mattress is better, as it creates a more supportive edge for sleeping, lounging, and amorous activities. The Casper Snow Hybrid has excellent edge support for both sitting and lying. In our sitting edge support test, we measured a sitting sinkage compression of 3.25 inches. This is 0.81 inches less sitting sinkage than the average of 4.06 inches. Even when sitting directly on the edge of the mattress, the Snow Hybrid retained its support and general shape. Lying edge support was equally as good. I felt well supported in all sleeping positions, even when lying directly on the edge of the mattress. The mattress uses a support foam that runs along the entire perimeter of the mattress. This foam is 3.5 inches wide and 6 inches tall, and is having a sizable impact on edge support for both sitting and lying. Our sex test uses a weighted formula to assess sex performance. Higher bounce, more supportive edges are the most important factors, with noise, pressure relief, and cooling being lesser weighted inputs. Mattresses with more bounce and better edge support perform better for sex, as do mattresses that don't make as much noise and are more comfortable to lie on. The Casper Snow Hybrid has good sex performance. Bounce and edge support are key to a strong dance without pants. The Snow Hybrid has a 9.54 inch bounce height and excellent edge support. These strong performance factors, combined with excellent pressure relief, minimal noise, and exceptionally good cooling, deliver fantastic sex performance overall. Our pressure relief test is a measure of overall pressure relief performance. We analyze materials, layers, thicknesses, density, and design elements in conjunction with a subjective assessment of our experience while lying on the mattress. Mattresses with better pressure relief are able to create a more comfortable sleeping surface. The Casper Snow Hybrid has excellent pressure relief. During our test, I felt no significant level of pressure point buildup anywhere on my body. I was surprised at the level of comfort on the mattress given the fairly limited 3-inch comfort layer. The Snow Hybrid uses just 3 inches of comfort foam. This is 1.2 inches thinner than the average 4.2-inch comfort layer thickness based on all of our tests to date. Nevertheless, the pressure relief was great. The foams all look and feel high quality. With just 3 inches, there is still ample comfort. That being said, as we discussed earlier, the mattress does have a notable memory foam feel. This creates a more dramatic level of body contouring hug, so you'll really need to prefer that type of feel to be comfortable. To evaluate off-gassing, we assess the mattress following the initial unboxing, taking a subjective measure of any strong smells. We monitor the mattress over a period of days until the mattress no longer has a strong odor. Mattresses with a less strong odor or an odor that dissipates more quickly are better. Off-gassing on the Casper Snow Hybrid was terrible. It had strong odor right out of the box. The mattress notably smells like wet paint. It's my best guess that this increase in smell is coming from the spray-on phase change coating as well as the memory foam like polyfoam. The mattress smelled for 31 days, which is significantly longer than the average off-gassing period. Needless to say, the strength of the smell, which is similar to wet paint, and the smell duration aren't great. Sensitive noses will most likely want to avoid this mattress for the full month-long period. The company score takes a look at the factors that may influence your experience with the mattress. Factors include length of the trial period, warranty, shipping costs, return costs, trust, and country of origin. Casper was one of the first brands to get into the bed-in-the-box industry and has been around since 2014. Overall, they have a pretty good track record of customer service and quality. Their company terms and conditions are pretty typical compared to what we see across the industry. They offer a 100-night trial period and a 10-year warranty on all of their mattresses. Comparing all mattresses tested to date, the average trial length is 164 nights, so Casper's trial is a bit shorter than that. That being said, 100 nights should still be enough time for most sleepers to decide if this is the right mattress or not. I would recommend the Casper Snow Hybrid for sleepers who are looking for a hybrid mattress with top-tier cooling. Casper heavily focused on the Snow's design around elevated cooling performance, and they really did nail it. They also did an excellent job with edge support. Edge support for both sitting and lying was excellent. That said, from a more preferential perspective, I'd recommend this mattress for those who really know they love the feel of memory foam. This mattress has a dramatic body contouring hug and a slower material response. You'll really need to love those feels to be comfortable on this mattress. I think it's also a good option for those looking for better pressure relief under 250 pounds. They did a great job crafting zone support to maintain spinal alignment, but the 3-inch comfort layer foam holds it back for heavy-weighted sleepers, in my view. Overall, this version of the Casper Snow is a bit more polarizing, but there are plenty of sleepers who will enjoy the feel and comfort dynamic that it creates. My biggest issue is that its price is much higher than the average hire, with a performance score that's just a bit below average. Well guys, that's it for this video. I hope you found it helpful. Comments or questions, please drop those notes down below. If you're interested in buying the Casper Snow, we've got a link in the description. For more from NapLab, be sure to get subscribed, ring that bell, and visit us over at naplab.com. As always, thank you so much for watching. In addition, they have a few special features to achieve improved Their company terms and conditions are pretty typical compared to what we... No, that was not a call for you, Tips. That was not a call for you.